Hey y'all, today's video is sponsored by Ana Luisa Jewelry, where jewelry comes with a beautiful backstory. Ana Luisa creates sustainable, crafted pieces that bring joy to the people who wear them. They offer long-lasting pieces that start at only $39, you guys. And if you are like me, I'm a beauty on a budget who loves to wear very simple, very minimalistic jewelry that complements my taste, but doesn't look too rusty or cheap. I chose the matching flower necklace and bracelet because I needed some gold in my life. I think that I can wear this jewelry with anything, you guys. It's so pretty. If you are like me, if you like this piece I'm wearing and you want to try out Ana Luisa Jewelry, they did give me a code where you too can get 10% off of your order if you use the code NESMONAE10. And if you look in my description box, you can go ahead and click that link if you want to go ahead and see what Ana Luisa Jewelry has in store for you, because they are going to be having a Black Friday sale, which is super duper exciting with the holidays coming on up, and I really like it. You know, and I'm a dainty kind of girl, so it just kind of works. So yeah, this video is all about browns, all about how to make a very simple makeup look to match your minimalistic jewelry. I'm a kind of girl who, if I'm in a rush, I don't really wear all of the colors and cut creases and all that. I kind of just use my bronzer and concealers and powders to kind of play off of each other to create the look that you guys see here. So how have you guys been? I'm okay. I was sick last week, but I'm back and I'm better, thankfully. Today is November 3rd. We're one day before election day. So if this video goes out before election day, I do hope you guys did go out and vote. The face is already moisturized and I already went ahead and did the brows, as you guys can see. For my primer, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation primer. This is in the shade Radiance. I really like this one because it gives my skin a really nice glow while still holding on to the makeup. I like to apply it with my fingers because the fingers kind of warm up the product and make it look really radiant and gives your skin like an extra glow. Don't know where my foundation went, so we're going to use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. You guys know this is a very high-end foundation. You guys know I live in Texas, so you know Texas is a red state, so they had like a huge Trump, I don't know, motorcade where they had a bunch of Trump supporters kind of just blocking the highway. It was just very intense. It felt very scary, I'm not even gonna lie, but it was intense, you guys. I did my part. I went ahead and voted. I hope you guys got out there and voted as well. I really like this foundation because it really matches my skin tone, so I know this is a foundation that I can always go ahead and go back to. Since I'm going to be using a new powder today, I do not want to go too hard. I'm also using very natural lighting today, so I kind of like it. It looks more natural to me and not as yellow. Taking my Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Tan. You guys know this is a fave of mine. Today is going to be a picture taking day. So this is my Deep Cinnamon Concealer. I have to put a little bit of that on the head. So what I like to do is start from the inside, and I got my warm sponge. Okay. And then I like to stop there, grab my brush, and go ahead and blend that out as well. Blend it with that concealer. If you get too much, you can kind of rub it off on your hands a little bit. And it just kind of, you know, sucks in the face a bit. And I just love how this color looks on me. It's not too much. See that? And then for this part of my face, I kind of just like to take a brush. So any brush will do that doesn't have any product on it. And I'll just use the brush to kind of, you know, blend out that concealer and kind of blend it up to the brow bone just to give it a little bit of dimension. Just switching back in between brushes and sponges, making sure everything is nice and blended. And you'll know it's blended once it starts to get a little bit dry and you haven't even set it. That's what I've been doing lately with my foundation and stuff like that, just to make it, give it a little bit more of like a bronziness to it. And then I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Honey powder with that same sponge and just add a light layer. Notice I'm going around the brows just to keep it nice and dry. Now I'm pretty much ready for my eyeshadow. I did want to just do something very simple on the lids. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape, not too much, right? Just a little bit right here. Okay. And I'm going to just blend that out. Then I'm going to take this concealer. This one is in the shade Deep Chestnut. And it's the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And it's like the color of my skin. And I like to put that on my lids. The reason why I don't put the Tarte Shape Tape on the lids is because I don't want it to be too light. Apply a concealer to the lids that's really the color of your skin. And then under your brow bone, you want to go ahead and do that lighter concealer so that you can have that, you know, that really highlighted brow bone that's not too overpowering because you use two concealers. For the eyeshadow, we're going to keep it super simple today. We're not going to do a lot. You guys know the bronzer that I really love to use is my Fenty Beauty bronzer. I'm going to take a little bit of this. It's in the shade Cocoa Naughty, and I like to put this right in my crease and down the bridge of my nose to just add a little bit of color to the look. And you might have to build it up a bit, but I just love the color of the bronzer. It's really, really pretty. It just complements my skin very well. And notice I'm just building it up toward the brow bone, starting from the outside. And you just want to make sure you set that contour from earlier. Not too much now. And if it gets to be too much, all you have to do is kind of just use some translucent powder to get it off. I'm gonna keep it super, super simple today. Like, this is like my go-to look when I'm really not trying to do too much, but I still want to look extremely glam. And sometimes I'll even darken it up. See, and it's not that much, right? It's literally one shadow on the lids. Well, one bronzer on the lids. Bronzers are perfect transitional shades, by the way. See that? I think I want to add a little bit more brown into the look. So I'm going to go in with my Jackie Aina palette. There's a shade in here called Credit. Now, Credit is a very rich chocolatey brown that I'm going to place right on top of that bronzer. You don't have to do this step, but because I want it to really show up on camera, I am going to add this right on top. And notice I'm still using the same brush. Now I'm almost done with the lids. All I have to do now is add a little bit of liner. So this liner that I absolutely love is called the NYX Matte Liner. It's their wet liner. It's very nice. What I'm just gonna do is take a line, and I'm not gonna wing it out. I'm just gonna add it on top. While that does go ahead and dry, I do kind of like to go ahead and set the powders on the face before I add my bronzer. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. This powder is so beautiful and pretty. I have seen a dramatic change in the way my makeup looks. However, they don't really have a lot of shades, so go to Sephora and check it out. But they really don't have a lot of shades, but it's really, really pretty on my skin. I really like it. And I use it to kind of blend all of my powders together on my face. You have to be very careful with it though, because it's a very, very full coverage powder. Notice I'm kind of doing it in sections because I can go really hard with it really quickly, and we don't want to do that. And this powder was a little pricey, but again, I did want to kind of treat myself with a more luxurious powder. And guys, like, I haven't even set my face or anything, and I really like how this looks. But you can only do a little bit. You cannot go too far because it will go there. So now I'm going to go back into my Fenty bronzer, and I'm going to pick up this brush for my bronzer and use this to kind of get those cheeks together. Okay. Now this is like my go-to look if I'm not trying to take a lot of time. It doesn't take me a lot of time, you know. Now I want to go ahead, before I finish the face, I have got to finish up the eyes. First liner I'm going to take is this lip liner. It's a brown lip liner, and I feel like any lip liner will pretty much do. But I like to use this underneath the eyes just to add a little bit more smokiness to the look. Because whatever you do on top, you've got to do on the bottom. See that? Just gives you like a really nice smoky look. Even if you don't want to use black, brown is like a really great substitution for a more subtle look. But remember when I used Credit from the Anastasia palette, and notice I'm using all brown shades to do this look. I'm gonna just use that right over top to kind of set that liner in place, because sometimes lip liners can be a little runny. And I also prefer lip liners over eyeliners because they just are a little bit more creamy, and I have dry skin, so they kind of just work well with my skin versus a drier eyeliner pencil. Let's see that. I just love how it adds that smokiness to my face. Now I'm going to take an eyeliner. This is the NYX High-Pigment liner, very, very dark. I got this from like a Sephora gift option. So if you want Sephora and you spend some money and they ask you, hey, do you want something? Get the liner. It's the best. All right. So for my lashes, I'm going to be using Radiant lashes. Radiant Artistry lashes. And let me open them up real quick. This is what they look like. Your very traditional lash. And these lashes are beautiful. Like, I gotta go and order some more because these are really, really pretty. So thank you, Radiant Artistry, for sending me these beautiful lashes. They're so natural and they just go really well with what I'm going for today. So that's a really good thing. Let's move on back to the face. All right, so just to add a little bit more color to the face, I'm going to use Exhibit A by NARS. It's a very nice blush. Okay. Okay, mascara. This is my Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. So I definitely need to go and get some more of this. Radiant Artistry also sent me this highlighter, and it's called Radiant. It's a loose highlighter, which I love, love, love. You guys know I love the Artist Couture diamond powders, and this reminds me kind of that. And I'm going to take my little brush here and give myself a, oh, wow. I like to put it on the front of my cheeks. I'm kind of going over it with my foundation brush just to make sure everything is nice and blended, because you don't want like a big streak of highlight without it being blended in together. A little bit on my lip. I'm all out of setting spray. Isn't that a mess? A little bit of setting spray. Let my face dry down a bit. I'm going to take a little bit more of that Radiant Artistry powder, tap it off on my little top, and put a little bit right there, the slightest bit. That just adds a little bit of glam to the eyes whenever I'm doing like a minimalistic look. That way my eyes look really nice and really bright. Let me make sure this looks right. So let's go ahead and get into the lips. All right, so the first thing that Radiant Artistry sent me were these lip glosses, and you guys know I am a lip gloss fan. So I'm gonna go ahead and try on my favorite lip liner, because I have to wear lip liner with my gloss or I just do not feel complete. So let's check them out. These are my first impressions. So this one is called Survivor. Very pretty pink. And you guys know I did mix it with a little bit of liner so you can really see it. And I like to kind of mix the glosses. So I'm going to take Purpose. I'm going to take On Purpose, which is this really iridescent pink, right on top. I think this is going to be the look. I'm stopping here, sis. On Purpose is a vibe. If you would like to shop any of these glosses, there will be a link in my description box below. How do you guys feel? It's a very cute, very wearable glam look that I'm wearing today. And on top of that, can go with anything. Like if you want to wear red lips, if you want to wear a dark lip, a gloss, no lipstick at all, going to work, I think this is a really good glam. Okay. Don't forget to shop Radiant Artistry. They have really nice glosses, and this highlight is perfection. And you guys know I love to support a Black-owned beauty brand, so thank you, Radiant Artistry, for sending me those few little products. I'm gonna go and run a few errands with this lipstick here today, which is On Purpose. And you know, all right, you guys, this pretty much finishes up my look. I had to go and run a few errands, so I am back and my face looks a little sweaty, just a little bit. But I did want to go ahead and shout out Radiance Artistry again for sending me these beautiful lip glosses. I have been wearing these things all day. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to check out Ana Luisa Jewelry so that you can get some really quality high-end pieces. Use the code NESMONAE10 to get 10% off your order using the link in my description box below. And find yourself some really cute quality pieces that I definitely stand by. If you are a person who doesn't like to spend so much on jewelry, but you still want it to last, you still want it to work out for you as well. Again, they are having a Black Friday sale, so go ahead and check out Ana Luisa in my description box below. And if there's not anything else, I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah.